to serve you or online at hiphousechat.com.
I am so happy to have Kevin Fuerst on the show. He, of course, has Fuerst Financial Group, comes our way every month, and your smile is contagious for me this morning because I think a lot of people who aren't in the know the way you are have maybe been worried in watching the national headlines the last few weeks, the worry about the shutdown and the possibility of the Supreme Court overturning the tariff regulations, all this stuff. Yet you are so excited because you feel like we're about to really launch with the market.
I do, and I don't know when that's going to happen. And like we talked about, this thing could pull back 10, 15, 20% any day. I mean, it's just, that is the market. But when you look at things long term, and if you look backwards and what's happened in the past with technology and some of the innovations that have come along that have pushed this market to where it is today, I don't think those things have lessened. I think there's a greater chance going forward with the supercomputer, with the AI, with the energy play that's out there. We need more energy desperately, and there are things in the works. I think that's going to make nuclear power in vogue again, and I think it'll be something that really helps us as a society and in the marketplace.
You said something off camera about how some years back, I don't know how far back, the S&P was at 1,500, and now it's at 6,000.
Right.
So for people who don't know, like me, what does that actually mean?
That means if you
would have
money. Just, if you would have been in the S&P, forget all the risk, forget everything, just find the top 20, 30 performing stocks in the S&P 500, make changes on that along the way, the money you would have amassed would have been incredible. We wouldn't be sitting here today necessarily had we just had that thought process, but most people can't do it, and they shouldn't. They still have to come back to the basics, think about risk, think about how much, stay away from debt, all the basic principles that you do in any kind of planning.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because a big thing for you is that even though a lot of your clients are at retirement or nearing retirement, not all are, and you still love to give advice to people wherever they are in the workforce at the moment. Your website is Grow, Keep, Leave.
Right.
You're a big believer in the fact that, you can just watch your spending.
Yeah.
Right? You can get there.
You can. It's just, so when you think about anybody, even myself, I am not without debt. I have debt for different things. I just think you have to understand how it affects your saving. And if it affects your saving, to me, that's really debt. Like if you're buying a home, if you're buying a car, there's some things I think it's okay to, you got to have a car. So if your car breaks down, you go get a car. I mean, if you have to go into debt, it is a tool that helps you get there. So I don't feel bad about it. Now, the problem is when you get too much house or too much car.
Right.
Living within your means, I think that's what you really have to work on. And if you do that, then you can save. And I was telling you earlier, I met a couple just yesterday in their late 30s, 38, 36, somewhere in their mid 30s, late 30s. And they have, each one of them, the husband had 90,000 saved, and the wife had 70,000. Excuse me. The average person that has a 401k at 55 only has 75,000 in it.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Which
you seem surprised, as do, but it's true.
Okay, and so then to hear your enthusiasm as we began our conversation with where the market's going to go, this is when you really want to be in it, because those investments are going to just continue to grow.
That's right. And all the fear mongering and the budget and all the stuff that's going on, I think you just have to, you just sort of ignore it and you watch and stay the line with the principles. And stocks are important, bonds are important as far as risk factors. You don't want to have too much in bonds because the only thing that really fights inflation is the stock. So you have to have the stock, the counterpart to bonds, and that stock to grow and to outpace inflation.
So to the 30-somethings out there who have their own 401ks, they might not be where this couple was, but they're getting themselves there. Most of us who have one, we just the employer has a company that you have the 401k
Yep.
through. You
Yep.
kind of set it up and you tend to walk away and forget about it because they have these ways now that you can sort of lean on their experts
Yeah.
to help you reach your goal.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that a good idea, or should you be pretty hands-on?
You know the saying, if you watch a thing, you'll change a thing. So I think you have to watch it. And so just like you watch your debt, you don't get into too much debt, you also have to watch how much you're saving. And so when you and there's all kinds of programs that you can run and back into it to say, let's say you want $1 million at retirement. I've got 150 now, I'm 38 years old. How do I get to that million or
Right.
2 million? And it's just a math equation. So instead of spending all your raises and not knowing where your money goes, because
Yeah.
most people don't look at it,
Right.
you have to start looking at your money, watch your debt, and then have a savings plan.
I have to wrap it up. The time
Yeah.
went too fast.
Of
If we
course.
leave you with only two things, one is that he's very optimistic. This is his line of work. He has seen it all. He's excited about what's ahead. The second is the website, growkeepleave.com, or give him a call, 899-8555. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Need a moment that feels like you again? Zen Nail Spa is now open in downtown Chattanooga.